Have you ever looked at those adorable pictures of golden retrievers online? You know, the ones where they're smiling, playing fetch, and looking like literal sunshine in dog form, and thought, that's it. I need one? Yeah, we've all been there. Golden retrievers have this magical way of melting your heart in seconds. They're friendly, loyal, and their golden coats practically glow in the sun. But here's the thing. Owning a golden retriever isn't exactly what you see in those Instagram reels. Don't get me wrong. They're amazing dogs. But there are a few things nobody really tells you until you're knee-deep in fur, drool, and chewed-up socks. So before you bring one home, or if you already have one and are wondering why your life suddenly revolves around vacuuming, this video is for you. Let's dive into the real side of having a golden retriever. The stuff no one warns you about. The shedding situation is real, okay? Let's start with something every golden owner learns the hard way. These dogs shed like crazy. You'll find hair on your clothes, your bed, your food, your phone, even in places you didn't know hair could reach. 1 minute your house is spotless, and 10 minutes later, it looks like it snowed golden fluff. Golden retrievers have a double coat, which means they have a soft, fluffy undercoat and a long, shiny top coat. That's what makes them look so gorgeous. But it also means they shed a lot. Especially when seasons change, your home will literally turn into a fur factory. If you're a neat freak, this might drive you insane at first. You'll need a good vacuum, a lint roller in every room, and a solid grooming routine. Brushing them regularly, like almost daily, can help manage it, but don't expect to completely escape the fur storm. It's just part of the package. But hey, once you accept that your wardrobe will permanently have a golden glitter look, it's honestly kind of endearing. Their hair just becomes part of your life, and deep down, you'll love it. 2. They're smart. Sometimes too smart golden retrievers are one of the most intelligent dog breeds out there. Sounds great, right? Well, yes and no. Their intelligence means they learn commands super quickly, which is amazing when you're teaching them to sit, stay, or fetch. But it also means they'll learn how to outsmart you. They can figure out how to open doors, steal food from the counter, or manipulate you into giving them treats. They know how to use those big, innocent puppy eyes to get what they want. And trust me, it works. You'll catch yourself saying things like, okay, just one more snack, even though you swore you wouldn't. And the moment you underestimate them, they'll prove you wrong. You'll be shocked at how quickly they pick up on patterns. For example, they'll recognize the sound of your car keys and rush to the door before you even grab your shoes. They'll even know when it's time for their walk, down to the minute. So yeah, their brains are impressive. But you'll need to keep them mentally engaged with training, puzzles, and playtime. A bored golden is a mischievous golden. And that leads us to the next big thing. 3. Destruction is their way of saying, I'm bored. Here's something nobody warns you about. Golden retrievers can be professional-level destroyers when they're bored or left alone for too long. Chewed-up shoes? Check. Ruined pillows? Check. Random household items mysteriously missing? Oh yeah, check that too. They're not doing it to be bad. They just need a lot of stimulation. Goldens have tons of energy. And if that energy isn't released through play, exercise, or interaction, they'll find other creative outlets. And by creative, I mean chaotic. Imagine coming home after work, opening the door and finding your living room looks like a confetti bomb exploded. You'll lock eyes with your golden, who's sitting in the middle of the mess, tail wagging, with that classic, wasn't me, expression. The truth is, goldens need your time. A quick 10-minute walk isn't enough. They need long walks, play sessions, fetch games, or even swimming time if you can manage it. These dogs are born athletes, and they love using that energy. So if you're planning to get one, make sure you have time every single day to keep them active. It's not optional. It's essential. They're basically water magnets. If you live near water, a pond, a pool, a puddle, anything, your golden retriever will find it. They have a natural love for swimming. And it's not just a cute habit. Historically, golden retrievers were bred as hunting dogs to retrieve waterfowl, which explains why they have that water-resistant coat and an obsession with all things wet. But here's the catch. Once they're wet, you're wet too. Your car, your floor, your furniture, everything gets soaked after a swim. And drying them off isn't quick either. That thick fur holds water like a sponge. Oh, and the smell. If you know, you know. Wet golden retriever smell is something else. So, invest in a bunch of towels and maybe a blow dryer just for your dog. You'll need it more often than you think. They think they're lapdogs. Now I know golden retrievers are big, usually around 60 to 80 pounds, but try telling them that. They'll happily plop themselves right on your lap like they're a 10-pound puppy. They crave closeness. Like constant closeness. They want to sit next to you, lie across your feet, follow you from room to room. Yes, even the bathroom. Privacy? Forget about it. You officially have a golden shadow. And honestly, it's both adorable and a little overwhelming. But that's what makes them so special. They're incredibly affectionate and loyal. When they love you with their whole heart. Just don't expect personal space anymore. You won't have it. That puppy stage is no joke. Everyone loves golden retriever puppies. They're fluffy, clumsy, and ridiculously cute. But behind that cuteness is a ball of energy that never stops moving. Those first few months are intense. They'll chew everything they can get their paws on. Shoes, cables, furniture, even walls if you're unlucky. They'll also go through a stage where they test every boundary you set. It's kind of like having a toddler who runs on espresso. You'll need patience, consistency, and a sense of humor to survive it. The good news? It does get better. Once they hit about 2 years old, they start calming down and turning into that sweet, gentle golden everyone talks about. But until then, buckle up. It's a wild ride. Their energy levels are next level. A lot of people see how calm adult golden retrievers are and assume they're naturally chill dogs. Spoiler alert, that's not the case in the beginning. Goldens are active, athletic, and full of life. They were bred to work all day, so sitting around isn't in their DNA. If they don't get enough exercise, they'll make their own fun. And that's when the trouble starts. You'll need to dedicate time every day for physical activity. Long walks, fetch, swimming, hiking, you name it. Without that outlet, they can become anxious or destructive. But here's the bright side. Once you match their energy level, they become your best adventure buddy. Whether it's a morning jog or a weekend road trip, they're always ready to go. And that enthusiasm, it's contagious. You'll find yourself more active just by having them around. The Velcro dog. Syndrome golden retrievers are often called Velcro dogs because they literally stick to you. Wherever you go, they go. If you move from the couch to the kitchen, boom, they're right behind you. Go to the bathroom, they're sitting outside the door like your personal security guard. It's cute at first, but after a while, you'll start wondering if they ever get tired of following you. Spoiler, they don't. They just love being near their humans. That strong attachment can also lead to separation anxiety if they're left alone for too long. You might come home to barking, whining, or chewed up items if they get too lonely. So, if you're someone who's out of the house most of the day, you might want to think twice. Goldens need companionship as much as they need food or exercise. They'll make you laugh. Every day for all their chaos, Goldens are natural comedians. They have goofy personalities and do the silliest things without even realizing it. They'll trip over their own paws, bring you random gifts like socks or leaves, and make the most expressive faces when they're confused. There's something about their clumsy charm that just makes life better. Even on bad days, one look at that happy face can completely lift your mood. Owning a golden retriever is kind of like having a living ray of sunshine in your home. They remind you to play, to laugh, and to appreciate the little things. They're emotional sponges. You've ever wondered whether dogs can pick up on your emotions? Golden retrievers are living proof that they can. These dogs don't just notice when you're sad, they feel it. If you're upset, your golden will quietly come over, rest their head on your lap, and just be there. No barking, no fuss, just this calm, warm presence that somehow makes everything better. They read your tone, your body language, even your facial expressions, and they'll adjust their behavior to match your mood. It's like they have emotional radar, but there's a flip side to that sensitivity. They take things personally. If you raise your voice or scold them harshly, you'll see that heartbreak on their face. They'll lower their head, give you that guilty look, and it'll make you feel worse than they do. So, if you're planning to get a golden, remember, they don't respond well to shouting or punishment. They thrive on kindness, patience, and positive reinforcement. Treat them with love, and they'll give it back tenfold. 12. They're food obsessed, like really obsessed. Golden retrievers and food? It's a love story that never ends. These dogs live for mealtime. You'll think they haven't eaten in days based on how they stare at you while you're eating. Those big pleading eyes will make you feel guilty for every single bite you take. And they're sneaky about it too. You turn your back for 2 seconds, and suddenly half your sandwich is gone. They'll swipe food off counters, steal from trash cans, and even try to convince house guests that they're never fed. Because of their food obsession, you have to be careful. Goldens are prone to obesity, and it's easy to overfeed them, especially when they're giving you that adorable, "I'm starving" face. The trick is to stick to a feeding schedule and limit treats. They'll still beg, of course, but you'll be doing them a favor by keeping their weight healthy. And one more thing. Always keep chocolate, grapes, and other toxic foods far out of reach. Goldens don't discriminate. If it smells good, they'll eat it. 3. Their health can be heartbreaking. Here's something not enough people talk about. Golden retrievers are unfortunately prone to certain health problems, and it can be really tough to deal with. One of the biggest issues in the breed is cancer. Studies show that a large percentage of Goldens develop some form of it in their lifetime, and that's heartbreaking for owners. They can also suffer from hip dysplasia, ear infections, and skin allergies. It doesn't mean your Golden will get sick, but it does mean you need to be prepared for regular vet visits and possible medical bills. Preventive care is key. Proper diet, regular checkups, and good grooming habits go a long way. The thing is, Goldens have such bright, joyful personalities that it's easy to forget how fragile they can be. When health problems come up, they'll still wag their tails, still try to play, still love you through it all. And that's what makes it both beautiful and heartbreaking. Their loyalty never wavers. So, the grooming is a full-time job, remember when we talked about shedding? Well, let's take that a step further. Grooming a Golden is basically a part-time job. You'll need to brush them several times a week to keep their fur from matting and to reduce shedding. If you skip it, their coat can get tangled fast, especially behind the ears, under the legs, and around the tail. Bathing them isn't as simple as it sounds either. Their thick fur takes forever to dry. And trimming their nails, cleaning their ears, brushing their teeth. Yeah, it's a lot. Some owners choose to take their Goldens to professional groomers regularly, which helps, but can get expensive. Others do it themselves at home. It's messy, but it can actually be a bonding experience if you make it fun. Either way, grooming is non-negotiable. It's part of keeping your dog healthy, comfortable, and looking like the golden beauty they are. Their lifespan feels too short. This one is hard to talk about, but it's something every Golden Retriever owner eventually faces. Their lives just feel too short. On average, Goldens live around 10 to 12 years, and those years fly by faster than you can imagine. One day they're a bouncy little puppy, and the next they're a senior dog moving a little slower, still looking at you with the same loving eyes. What nobody tells you is how deeply they'll change you in that time. You'll laugh with them, you'll cry with them, and when it's time to say goodbye, it'll break your heart. But here's the thing, every moment you get with them is worth it. Every single one. Because Golden Retrievers don't just live with you, they live in you. They leave a mark that stays forever. Kicks. They'll teach you routine and responsibility. If you've ever struggled with routine, a Golden Retriever will fix that real quick. They thrive on consistency. Same feeding times, same walk schedule, same bedtime. And guess what? You'll start living by their clock. You'll find yourself waking up early for walks, planning your day around feeding time, and even adjusting your weekends to fit in play sessions. It might sound like a lot, but it actually gives your life structure. They keep you accountable, they keep you moving, and they give you a reason to get outside even when you don't feel like it. In a weird way, they make you a better version of yourself without even trying. 7. They're great with kids, but still need boundaries. Golden Retrievers are famously gentle with kids, and it's true. They have this patient, loving nature that makes them perfect family dogs. They'll let kids tug on their ears, climb over them, and still wag their tails happily. But even the sweetest dog needs boundaries. Kids should be taught how to respect the dog's space, and Goldens should be trained not to jump or get too excited during playtime. When there's mutual respect, something magical happens. They form an unbreakable bond. You'll see your child grow up with their Golden, sharing secrets, adventures, and memories that last a lifetime. It's honestly one of the most beautiful parts of owning this breed. You'll never be alone again. If you thought alone time was part of your life, think again. Golden Retrievers are companionship machines. They'll follow you everywhere. Kitchen, bathroom, garage, you name it. It doesn't matter where you go, they'll be right behind you, tail wagging, ready to join in. Sometimes you'll trip over them because they're constantly underfoot, but honestly, after a while you won't want it any other way. That quiet loyalty, the way they look at you like you're their whole world, it's something you'll never get tired of. You'll realize that even on days when you feel lonely, you're not truly alone. They're always there, silently reminding you that you're loved, while they'll make you more social. This one's a bonus perk nobody mentions. Golden Retrievers are social magnets. You'll meet people everywhere you go. Whether you're at the park, on a hike, or just walking around the neighborhood, strangers will stop to say hi, ask about your dog, or share their own stories. Your golden will be wagging their tail, soaking up all the attention, while you end up making new friends. It's like having a walking conversation starter. And if you're someone who struggles with social anxiety or loneliness, owning a golden can genuinely change that. They pull you out of your shell and help you connect with others in the most natural way possible. Wind. They'll redefine what love means. At the end of the day, all the fur, chaos, and expenses fade into the background. Because golden retrievers love in a way that's pure and unconditional. They don't care what you look like, how much money you make, or what kind of day you've had. They just love you. Always. They'll be there when you're laughing, and they'll be there when you're crying. They'll greet you like you've been gone for years, even if you just stepped out to get the mail. And when they look at you with those warm brown eyes, you'll understand what real loyalty feels like. Owning a golden retriever changes you. They teach you patience, compassion, and how to live in the moment. They remind you that happiness isn't about big things. It's about small moments filled with love, trust, and wagging tails. They need you more than you think. Here's something people rarely mention. Golden retrievers are emotionally dependent. They genuinely need your time, your affection, and your presence. They don't just want attention. They thrive on it. When you come home, their entire body lights up with excitement, like you're the best part of their world, and honestly, you are. But when you're gone for too long, they can start to feel anxious. They'll wait by the door, whine a little, or just lie quietly until you return. That's why it's important not to underestimate how much emotional connection they need. This isn't the type of dog you can leave alone all day while you're busy with work or out with friends. They'll miss you deeply. Golden retrievers are built to bond. They were bred to work closely alongside humans. And that instinct is still strong today. So, if you're thinking about getting one, make sure your lifestyle allows for time together. Whether it's playing fetch, snuggling on the couch, or just sitting beside you while you watch TV, that closeness means everything to them. And honestly, once you experience that kind of pure loyalty, you'll never take it for granted again. 22. They'll become part of your identity. This one might sound funny, but once you own a golden retriever, you kind of become that person with the golden. People in your neighborhood will recognize you because of your dog. Strangers will smile at you during walks, kids will wave, and you'll constantly hear, "Oh, can I pet your dog?" And soon, your phone will be filled with more pictures of your golden than of yourself. You'll buy things that match their fur color. Your car will have dog hair permanently embedded in the seats. And your friends will tag you in every golden retriever meme on the internet. They stop being just a pet. They become part of your personality, your daily routine, even your social life. You'll catch yourself talking about them like they're your child, because honestly, they kind of are. And years from now, when someone mentions golden retrievers, your heart will instantly warm up. You'll smile and say, "Yeah, I had one, and they were the best thing that ever happened to me." Because that's the magic of a golden retriever. They don't just walk into your home. They walk right into your heart and stay there forever. So, if you're thinking about bringing a golden retriever into your life, go for it. But go in with open eyes and an open heart. They'll test your patience, fill your house with fur, and maybe even drive you a little crazy sometimes. But they'll also fill your life with laughter, love, and memories you'll never forget. Because at the end of the day, there's a reason they're called golden. It's not just their color, it's their hearts. So, what do you think? Could you handle the chaos and the cuddles of a golden retriever? If you already have one, share the funniest or most unexpected thing your golden's ever done in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell. Because in the next video, we're diving into the daily life of a golden retriever owner. Trust me, you won't want to miss it.